I was away coaching wrestling February many years ago, and I get a message from my wife. Should I buy him? And it's a picture of the cutest little English setter puppy ever. I responded back, yes. My dog at the time was a lab. She was 16 years old. She was awesome. No better way to train a puppy than with an older dog that knows what's going on. So I came home and we had this puppy, Bentley. And he learned quick. Lucy trained him. He learned to fetch and swim and help me catch fish and all that stuff. So Bentley and the other dogs and I, we had a habit of going down to the river in the summer because we lived a quarter of a block from it. And we would fetch balls and swim and chase ducks and do all that cool stuff in the summer. 5 years ago in July, we're down there swimming. And Bentley was an amazing athlete. He would run with me when I rode mountain bike. He was amazing. He had a little cough. And I thought, he has a cold. Because dogs get colds, just like we do. This cough persisted for 2 days, and he got a little lethargic. I thought, well, I'm calling the doctor. So I called the doctor, and I take Bentley in. And I'm thinking it's just a cold. No big deal. So we go in. The doctor looks at him and says, I want to do some x-rays. She takes him away, and I'm sitting in the little waiting room. And she comes back with the news. Bentley had very aggressive lung cancer. Hey, I'll do anything for my dogs. I said, what do we need to do, Doc? She said, there's nothing you can do. So I said, can I have 24 hours? She said, absolutely. I couldn't even call my wife and tell her. Bentley was really her dog. So, what do you do in your last 24 hours? We went to Home Depot because he loved that. We walked in, and I didn't know. Home Depot changed their dog rules. I'm crying. I'm not going to lie about it. I was a mess. And I told the guy, my dog's dying. We just want to walk around the store one time. He just walked away from me. So we did the slow walk through Home Depot. By the time we got to the front, all the workers were there. They all petted him. We left. That night, Kim and I spent the entire night with him. It was our last night. We stayed up the whole time. We held his paws. We held each other. That's one of the silver linings, by the way. At about 4 a.m., Bentley got up, went over to the door, which meant he wanted to pee. He went out, peed. We had this huge trough that we used for a rain barrel. The dogs love drinking out of it. Don't ask me why. They love outdoor water. He walked over, took a couple sips, walked in, jumped on the couch because our dogs are allowed anywhere. And at 4:17 a.m., he passed away. You got to wonder why dogs die so young. It's because they already know how to love everyone. Bentley reminded Kim and I that we need to do that with one another. Sometimes in life you need to be a bit of an alchemist and turn worthless things into valuable things. I had to really try here. Somebody sent me the dog's last will and testament. I doubled down my efforts volunteering for the dog rescue. I would do longer trips, do more trips. I do transports. The weekend after Bentley died, I drove the whole way to Bedford to drop a dog off just because it was for him. I started doing overnight because some of these trips took several days. I now run a doggy B&B. I had one this past weekend. My other two dogs love the guest. I'll do short-term foster, but I usually fail at that. They end up becoming one of our dogs. So there were many silver linings. I love being the stork. That's the driver who delivers the dog to the new home. And seeing the love on their faces, the same love that Bentley taught me.